Alright guys, so today we are back. We got this boat in about a week ago. What we're gonna do is we're gonna be taking this covering off and putting the top on, getting it all ready to go. We're gonna leave it sitting out here and so people can kind of look at it. So we're just kind of gonna walk through the process of unwrapping these boats and putting them together. So what we're gonna do first is this cover right here. Underneath there's a rope that runs all the way along the bottom, and it kind of holds this plastic tight. So we got to go around and cut all the rope off, and then we can kind of just uncover it like we're uncovering a car here. So just to kind of show you guys what's going on here is through the bottom of this seam right here, there's actually a little pocket, and they got this rope run through there, and every so often they got it tied up into these little clamps right here, which looks like that right there. So they got the rope run through there, and kind of helps hold it along, helps hold it on the boat there, so it keeps it tight and nice like that. So kind of just take both sides of this, and I just wiggle it back and forth until I can kind of pull this rope free, and it'll give me enough room to where I can pull that rope through this sleeve here. Alright, so I've already done the front and the back. So now all there is to do is just pull this cover off, and it'll kind of just roll up over, kind of like you're pulling a car cover off. So once we have this cover off, we got it laying out there, we'll take it to the trash. It leaves a lot of this residue on there, so whenever we're done unboxing everything in there, we like to wipe them down, make them look good. But we just got some miscellaneous stuff to do here. We'll walk around the outside. We're just going to be getting plastic that's hanging off like this. Just get all that extra garbage off that we don't need. Usually there's some stuff on every corner. This one doesn't seem to be too bad. So after that, now when these things come from the factory, they usually have a bunch of like little shavings and stuff all over. So we'll, after we get everything ready, we'll usually sweep it off. But for right now, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go back here and unbox everything. I've got the windshield in there. We got some cover poles. Here's the top. We got some little plates down there that go over the lifting holes in the back, which is where they lift them from the factory. We got our anchor light back there. So what we're gonna do is just unbox all of this. We'll pull this top out here, leave it there. Here's all the poles. Lay those with the top. Got the windshield here. So we got the windshield. We're just gonna put that on right now. And that's just done by laying it on here. Then you got these little screw things here. So when it lines up, they push in and you just turn it 90 degrees. You got 3 of those. Get it lined up. It'll push in. Sometimes I need to stretch a little bit. I stretch a little bit and you push in 90 degrees. Keep going down in here. Now this one has a power top, so it involves a few more extra steps for completing the install on that top. But we got the hardware. Got the hardware for that. We got our anchor light here, which we'll put on after we're done with the top. Let's go down in here. Here's some more hardware for the top. And then here's the 2 legs for the top. And like I said, these two plates right here, these go on, come back here. They go on on those holes right there. So another cool thing about this boat is it's actually a 20-foot boat. With a lot of smoker craft pontoon boats, their 20 foots are only rated for a 90, but with this boat, it's part of the X series family. So this is the X1, so it actually has a full centered Tri-Toon, which allows for a 200 horsepower. So that's pretty neat. And they send this trim sensor converter here, and when we're rigging up the motor, we got to put that on. That's for a 150. So we keep on moving here. We're just going to unwrap this table. That's just some plastic that kind of just pull off. first we're gonna unwrap this tape here from around the top. And leave it on this thing. This piece right here just sits underneath the cover to kind of hold it up so the water don't get on it, but doesn't look like it worked too well this time. But they got one up front and one in the back. So we'll just pull this tape off here. Take this. Throw that away. And we got this. Do the same thing. We're going to throw it away. Now we can go back to this table right here. I'll try and get this on kind of one piece. If you take your time on it, it'll usually come off in one piece. I got this tape wrapped around here. Just undo that. Pulling this. We just throw all the garbage back into that box in there. We'll go around here and we'll pick up everything. Now a piece of carpet here. They put these in between the doors so they aren't banging together while being transported. Like I said, we clean up all of this after we get everything done, just so, because we got to drill into the top, which makes more shavings and stuff. So after we get all that hardware on, then we'll finish cleaning it off. Kind of show you how these tables work. So up here you got a little button right there, and what that does is when you push it in, that'll allow you to pop just this top part off, just the table part, leave the pole in. But now, if you come down here, there's a little button right here. If you push that in, it should, you kind of use your foot too. It should allow you to turn this and pull it out completely. Now we're just going to get the plastic off. We're going to put this table, put the table right back in its place. The good thing about these tables is whenever they're getting tight, they'll start clicking at you. Now they're tight. So next we got this. What this is actually the ski toe. So it's got a pylon ski toe, which will actually sit down in that hole right there. So it's removable. So if you're not using it, you can kind of pull it out of the way. So this pole, it'll slide down into this hole here, and it'll drop down. You kind of just keep turning it, and it'll drop down again. And I think I got it lined up on the first one pretty good. But you turn it again, and it'll drop down once more. So it's kind of like a dual locking pole. Makes it real sturdy. Really nice. So next order of business is we got to get all this top hardware mounted, which involves mounting these legs and then putting these, we like to call them Devo hats on. And these will mount down into the rail right here. And when these legs come down, it'll just sit right over top of those. Kind of gives it a resting place. So what we got to do first is cut these zip ties right here. Got one on each side. Just throw those away. Now we're going to give ourselves some power for the top. So actually what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put this canvas on. And what that's going to let me do is when this front one goes up, it'll go up, and then it'll also bring up these other ones with it. So then I can work underneath, because I need to get underneath this bottom one here, and then it'll allow me to lift up those and work on that. So now, I have the top on, got the canvas on, so now I can come over here, use this switch, just hold it, and it'll kind of pull itself straight up and level itself out. We're not going to pull it up too far. We'll do that after, because we have to put on this hardware for the top. Alright guys, so we're getting this top ready now. Like I said, we got to put these legs on, which I've already done this side. So that involves, we got to put this little clip on, which when you fold this up, that'll slide in there, hold it up. We got to put this leg on, we got to put this bracket on, and then we got to put this little standoff on. So I already did this side, but I'm gonna run you through on this other side, and we'll go through what we got to do, and I'll show you the process of that. So what we're going to start out with is this bracket right here. And what that is going to do is slide up over this rail right here. And then we need to get the right hardware, which will be this bolt right here. And this nut we're going to do, we're going to take this bolt, we're going to feed it up through this bottom hole right here, and they already had these holes pre-drilled. Just take it, we'll push it up through there, and we'll take this nut right here, feed it in through the top, and we'll get it started up here. Now, I'm going to take 2 screwdrivers, going to hold one on the bottom, like so. Get one up top, and we'll just tighten this down. So after we got that on, we're gonna put this leg on. That's pretty simple. So we'll just take this leg right here. We got two little plastic washers, and we're just gonna pop one in on each of these holes here. Those just slide on. We're gonna do something for the other side. And then we will take this bolt right here. You gotta make sure these are facing the right way. After we get that on, we're gonna push this bolt through. And you can see it come through right there. And it just threads in. They send you these little wrenches here, little Allen keys. Take it, and we'll just turn it. You see it's pushed through, just give it a snug. We got that on. So now, what we gotta do is we gotta put the little clip that holds this up on. So, putting this on right here, and that involves, of course, our clip, and we got our screw here. So what I like to do with this is I'll hold it up here. I'm gonna set you guys up. I like to hold it up here and bring this leg back, kind of see where it wants to sit, where it likes it. So right about there is where it wants to go. So I'll hold that, move this leg out of the way, and I got a drill with a little bit on there. I'll just kind of run up there and mark it. So now I got a little mark there. I'll just take this bit again, make sure I'm level. Like I said, just make sure I'm level. I'll run it up there. We got our little screw, we got our bracket there. And I feed this screw up through the center there. And it is a self-tapping screw, but I like to just give it a little pilot hole so I'm not skipping around and marking up the black here. And I'll just drill it up in there. Fold this up out of the way. So I got my little Devo hat. Put that on there. Kind of realign it. I like it right there. And we'll just run it in right there. Now that's installed. And now we're gonna come back over here. We're gonna lower this back down. We're gonna move this leg back out. The top is completely up, and we're finished with this boat. All we gotta do now is take these two plates right here. Said, these plates just go over right here, so we got to pull out the screws. Just pull out these two center screws right here. Take one of these plates. And then you just screw them. Just screw them back in. throw that away. Here's the hydraulic steering. Right, we'll just pull out one, two. Put that back on. These screws in. Screw that back on. Now we got the 2 plates on, and this boat is ready. All there's left to do is put that ski tow in and get all the tools off, and then just kind of give it a quick cleanup. But that's what we do. That's what we do when we have a new boat in. So that's the whole process of uncovering it and getting it ready. And it's gonna be showroom ready here in a minute. And after that, we're just ready to sell it.